go. Jimmy D with Big Dad John, and that's going out to Moose from Martin's Cabin up there in Minnesota Northwood. How about well, Milo did a song also called Big John. Let's have a listen to that one. Let me tell you what, the story about the shop outside. It's a nice place to sit and a good place to hide. With a long wooden base with 3 holes in it. It's a welcome sight, even only for a minute. Big John. It's out by the barn, just a few steps back. The door shuts tight, but you can see through the crack. There's a lock on the door for the sake of my spouse, and for the sake of us all, it's down in from the house. Big John. Big John. Outdoor John. Big John. Big John. There's books in there that'll make you smile, and catalogs if you're staying a while. There's Stacy Penny and Montgomery Ward. We read their Christmas list right on the boards at the top. William Pencil. We tipped it over last Halloween night. It fell with a bang. It was really a sight. But my dad was inside when it went to the ground, and when he got through with us, we couldn't sit down in the sun. The Big John. Big John, outdoor John, Big John, Big John. My papa dropped a quarter down the hole one day, so he pulled out his wallet and threw it in right away. We both looked at each other. I knew what he meant. He must be climbing down there for just 25 cents. Big John. Outdoor John become a dinosaur. We got plumbing in the house and didn't need it no more. So I said to my wife, it isn't finished, is it? I'd like to keep it up for when your mother comes to visit. It's John. But my wife won the argument. So I tore down the outhouse and dragged it through town to a king to the deepest gully around. I pushed it to the bottom and I put on a sign. It read, at the bottom of this pit lies a big John. Big John, Big John, outdoor John, Big John, Big John, A little different interpretation of that term. That's my little heart can be a little closer. Big John. And dry, but Mom and Papa had a dream. Someday we'll move out east where it's not so bad. Yes, someday we'll move out east where the land is nice and flat. The dream that Mama, Papa
Oh, Georgine, there are two-story dream that Mom and Papa had. Moving along through the evening.
With music like that, you know it has to be the Northstar Showcase. And I listened to that on KSJB AM 600 out of Jamestown, North Dakota. And if you like that kind of thing, you can go online and you can stream it on Sunday nights. This Paul Fredricks, he's got his own collection. He comes on with some stuff that you'll never hear anyplace else. I really enjoy my Sunday nights at the cabin, especially when the radio's coming in good. Sometimes if there's a lightning storm or something that's crackly, I can't really listen to it too well, or it might fade in and out. But tonight, even though there's a little rain tinkling on the metal roof here, it's a beautiful night. I got the wood stove perking along slow. I got the door open. It's just that kind of a time of year. I think it's going to drop down to just about freezing tonight, but tomorrow morning is going to be a cool but beautiful fall day. Looking forward to that. Of course, I don't know what I'm going to do. I do have a couple of logs to chink on the new guest cabin over there. Maybe I'll get that done. That won't take but probably an hour, but I won't have the sun beating down on me anyway, so there'll be no excuse. So that'll be the tentative plan. Of course, that's after my allotment of coffee for the day is taken up, and I've washed my birds and I've done all my little chores like that. So I've only got, well, this is Sunday night. I got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to play. Maybe get a few more little things done, but I'm not too worried about that. It's been a very productive trip. Got all those guys here and ladies. And got a lot more work done in that cabin and a lot of stuff cleaned up around the cabin. Logs burned and a little slower pace this year for everybody. Got a few more hikes in. We took them over one day to Sven's outhouse. My sister Paula, she got the track down out to Hawks Pond, so she was leading tours out there quite a bit. We had a nice mowed sidewalk all the way out, and that was much appreciated. Last year I got here, well, we went right to work in the cabin, so we never got the trails really cleaned up. Well, this year Jim and I had that time early. We spent almost 2 weeks out there messing around. Got a lot of stuff caught up that had kind of we got behind. So I think it's well appreciated by the people I had to come up, and I know it'll be appreciated by the locals who come back here to do a little walking and hunting. People's appreciation, they know I like chocolate. Well, Leslie brought up a big bag of Dove dark chocolates. Moose from New Jersey, Kevin, two Kevins, New Jersey Kevin, he brought a big bag of really dark, good chocolate little squares. And then someone, they didn't really bring it for me, but I think they were left over. There was these old jar of dark chocolate salted caramels that just, well, they're gone now. I hope whoever left them here didn't think they're going to be here for next year, because they're history. But I'll probably be hauling 10 or 12 pounds of food out of the freezer home with me, because we were well prepared to feed the crew really well, but we just couldn't eat all that up, and then everybody kind of knew the drill, so there was so much food was just brought in. Jim had brought up taco soup, and from New York we had the special red hot dogs and the special white hot dogs, and Michael from Idaho, he was leaving his house and he had to get his refrigerator cleaned out and stuff, so he had a box of stuff. And Sister Paula, when she came up, she arrived with lasagna for the first night, and my other sister Pam had made up a nice breakfast casserole also. Bottom line was, we didn't need a lot of my supplies, so there are certain things that we never got around to. Well, they clobbered the pies pretty hard. There were none of Bonnie's world famous apple pies left after. Of course, we had a crowd out here one day. We had a few visitors from the DNR. We had those 14 people out here chowing down on brats and on these world famous apple pies, and so, and the cherry pies. I noticed a few people that had some cherry pies, and that's when I went out today. There was 2 cherry pies left, so that supply is dwindling down. So I had a nice fried up a nice thing of fried chicken tonight. And I got half the batch left yet. I'm going to get it outside. It'll be cold enough, getting down close to freezing tonight. I can just set it outside the door in a covered pan so the Canada Jays in the morning don't find their breakfast before they're supposed to. Not that they're going to get that for breakfast. They can get the bones of what I picked over for supper tonight. So, but I think it's time to call it a good day. Go over to my little cot, turn the Northstar showcase back on, and yeah, I get out a crossword puzzle and just lay there till I just kind of doze off. Finish it off right.
One and only Milo with old-time caramel roll. That's going out to Martin and Moose from Jim. They're up in Martin's cabin in the North Woods, so great to have you listening tonight. Here's